That's a look at a hit song called Kiss Goodnight. In 2012, it launched the career of Port Coquitlam-born recording artist Tyler Shaw. Now, 10 years later, the singer-songwriter has gone platinum. He's been nominated for a Juno Award and is in the middle of a Canada-wide tour, and he has been kind enough to join us here today. Tyler, so good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, when you look back at Kiss Goodnight 10 years ago.
10 years.
Feels like you were a baby then. You're still a bit of a baby then. What do you think when you see that video?
Yeah, I do. I definitely am like, who is that guy? That's a long time ago. 10 years, a lot has happened in 10 years, but that's the song that kicked off my career. Yeah. And I'm very thankful for everyone who continues to listen to it. It's still very much a powerhouse song in my catalog. So, yeah, very thankful for the journey.
It has been a jam still. Okay, so what's life been like for you since 2012? You released a number of albums. You've done so much. I'm hearing your songs on the radio all the time now.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a journey. The music industry is no joke, though, right? It's there's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and they're high. The highs are high and the lows are low. And literal blood, sweat, and tears has gone into this career. But you know, I wouldn't want to
Tell me about some highs, maybe a couple lows.
Yeah, some highs would be, you know, touring with Selena Gomez, where we first chatted, and having platinum songs and just playing music on this tour, like seeing fans and getting them to sing the songs that they know and love. That's very rewarding. The lows is, you know, self-doubt, and that's a huge one for me, like creative blocks. And just not thinking you're good enough. That's like, it's all up here. It's a mental game as much as it is a creative game, so.
I'm surprised because I feel like you've had so much success. So, you know, the last time we chatted was in 2016. You were opening for Selena Gomez then. And I remember meeting you at the time, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy's so talented. He's so going to go places. It's going to be so great. So that was a big home time show for you.
Yeah.
And you're in the middle of a tour right now.
Yes,
So what's it been like coming back to Vancouver? Because you don't live in the Lower Mainland
I don't
anymore.
live in the Lower Mainland anymore.
The parents are all here?
The parents are here. I do, every time I come home, I'm like, why did I leave? But obviously I have my reasons. I was following music, and no, it's beautiful to come back here and do a hometown show. You know, I sold out the show we did in Vancouver, so I guess 2 years in a row now, which is great. So I got the hometown love. So I can really feel it, yeah. Yeah,
and so, you know, I feel like social media has a big part to play in a lot of music artists' career, and yours in particular. You are very active on TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok, on Instagram, like, I feel like now being an artist in the modern, you know, even 10 years actually, speaking of a time frame, it's changed so much. But now specifically talking about the platform of TikTok, like you can reach so many different people around the world just by posting a 30-second song, which I did with my viral hit that went viral this year, Love You Still.
Yes, okay, tell us about this. I want to know what happened, because it has like...
I don't know. Short answer, I don't know. All I know...
Okay, so it started off, you posted a video.
Yeah, I posted a video, and then it just took off. Like, there's no formula for how things go viral. It's just like if people relate to it, I guess.
And which was the song? Like, take us through the details.
For sure. So I saw this TikTok of someone singing Gail's famous song ABCDFU. I looked at that and I was like, how would it be if I kind of flipped it 180 and turned the lyrics into love instead of hate? Because her original song is like, you know, screw this, screw that, hate you, whatever. And I was like, I don't want to say that. I want to, you know, be romantic about it. So I did that. I went down to my studio and created this version that's all about love and romanticized the words that she had and just flipped them 180, put it up on TikTok, and 24 hours later, it was like millions of likes and millions of views. And people were asking for a full version, so I did that. And like I said, people were just eating it up and posting their own versions, and they were in love with it. They were in love with it. And the cool thing about TikTok too is like, if you have that one song that goes viral, I have 3 albums out, so people were listening to Love You Still, and then they were discovering all this other music of mine, which definitely helps. That's why it's important to be on social media if you're an artist out there trying to get into the game, because the amount of people you can reach is just astronomical.
Yeah, I think you're like 2 million monthly followers on Spotify.
Yeah, something like that, which
amazing.
is blows my mind. 2 million people around the world listening to my music on a monthly basis.
Okay, and so I noticed in one of your albums, Intuition, there was it felt like a shift in your identity.
Yeah.
You know, the album cover's red. You're wearing, I think it was like a Mandarin collar. Your Chinese name is on there.
Yes.
That was a bit of a journey as well. You discovering your Chinese roots. Tell me about that.
That's exactly it. Well, going back, like when I grew up in Coquitlam, you know, it was a white neighborhood, you know, and my parents, when I was younger, they got divorced when I was young, and so my dad moved out, and he's from Hong Kong. He's the Asian side of my family, so I didn't really get the full experience, I guess, of that Asian culture and that heritage because I was always with my mom, and my friends were all white. So I laid into that identity like a lot, and I was like, yeah, like I'm white. Not only that, but like I felt embarrassed almost to be Chinese, which now I understand that's ridiculous. Like I'm very proud of where I come from now, but back then, like I don't know what it was. If it was people, you know, saying things and
your
the food,
surroundings, and
exactly.
yeah, that really
it
makes
all
a
kind of
difference, right? Yeah.
stirs the
Yeah.
feeling. So fast forward to I think it was right after I released my first album. I rekindled things with my dad a couple years before that, but we were in a good spot there where he's like, I'm going to Hong Kong. Do you want to come? And I said, yeah. You know, I think this would be a good trip. And when we were over there, he showed me where he grew up. He showed me where his grandparents are laid to rest, where he went to school, his friends, like all the stuff that he did as a kid. And me just being there and being with his side of the family, or technically my side of the family, I just didn't really know much about it. I fell in love with this piece of me, and I found this piece of me that I didn't know I had and in me. So it was a real emotional trip for me and really eye-opening. And yeah, talk about self-discovery. Like I was like, this is me, and this is the piece that was missing. I didn't know that was missing. So I came back and immediately was like, I need to do something with this. And that's where I knew I always had a Chinese name, but I was like, let's put it at the like forward-facing, and like I don't want to hide anymore. Being like the Chinese side of me. People know that I'm actually people don't even know what I am really. So to get it clear, I am half Chinese, half Polish Ukrainian. So
That's very cool to hear all about that. And you sharing that with your fans is so important to think, you know, speaking out for representation, diversity in that way.
Yeah.
And you performed at the Jade Music Festival. I was there. It was fantastic. Well, all right, final question. What is next for you, Tyler Shaw?
I got to work on a new album.
Cool.
Got to work on new music for 2023, and actually potentially maybe even more Christmas music too.
Okay.
So.
In the meantime, we will listen to your new Christmas song that just dropped this Christmas. Yes. I will certainly be doing that.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, Tyler Shaw. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.
You're so perfectly fine. I could talk all day, but let me spell it out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I love you still, and you know I always will. Till the end of time, I won't change my mind. Love you, I'll be here. I will never disappear.